Good afternoon. DeMarca Management LLC brings to you BTI TV, Business, Technology, and Innovation. Tonight's show is sponsored by the Gemini Effect. The Gemini Effect is owned and operated by Kayla Reed. You may know her on Facebook as Kay Drizzy. But let me show you what you can do with hey Ann, with the Gemini Effect. Look what we have. Rolling trays. She does these. Um, let me show you. Keepsakes. It's the gift that keeps on giving. And key rings. Who don't like a nice key ring? Like I said, it's sponsored tonight by the Gemini Effect. Reach out to her if you're looking for keepsakes, for weddings, for birthdays, or any affairs. Reach out to her for that. So tonight's show, I'm solo. But it's okay. As you guys come in, just press share as you come in. I'm solo, but I have a lot of great information that I want to give out. So my show tonight, because BTI, Business, Technology, and Innovation, is all about business. So I thought tonight, why not do something business 101? And it's like, why do businesses fail before they get started? Everybody wants to look and blame someone else when a business doesn't work out the way they want it to. But whose fault is it when your business fails? Let's start with this right here. Do you have a business or do you have a hobby? Now, it's a big difference between a business and a hobby. And you guys, please share this information. If you have a hobby, it's something that you do every now and then. It's not something that you do every day. It's like, okay, you know what? Maybe I'll do it today, maybe not. You know what? I don't feel like it. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. If it's a business, this is something that you are dependent on, something that with a lot of us, it's going to help your livelihood. So with a business, it's something that you are doing every day. Every day that you get up. Hey, Chris, and thank you. Every day that you get up, you're doing something pertaining to your business. You're thinking about that business in some way, form, or fashion. You go to bed thinking about it. You wake up thinking about it. When you're eating, you're thinking about it. Perfect example. This morning at what time was it? 5 o'clock this morning. I was up this morning thinking about BTI, and I was thinking about what type of information was I going to bring to you guys, because I feel that is very important. We've been going over different Black businesses and everything, but I feel like we need to just take it a little bit further to find out why these businesses are failing. Let's go with consistency. Hey, Tim, how are you? Let's go with consistency. You have to be consistent with a business. Like I said before, you can't wake up today and say, you know what, maybe I'll do something tomorrow. Nah, I don't feel like it. I'll wait. You have to be consistent. If you don't be consistent and do it every day, nobody knows anything about it. And not only that, when I say be consistent, you can't expect somebody else to come out and promote your business for you. You have to rely on that yourself. You can give people flyers. You can give them information. You can tell them to talk to people about it, but it has to be something you have to do yourself. I was taught a long time ago that you can delegate a task, but the responsibility still belongs to you. So if you want your business to be out there, you want people to know about your business. Hey, Monique, you have to be the one that's promoting your business. And that brings me to promotion and marketing. How do you promote it? What type of promotion and marketing are you doing? How are you doing it? If you think just because you go to Facebook and you make a post about your business, hey, Willette, you are sadly mistaken, because just going to Facebook and making these posts, you're not reaching the mass of people. There are so many other people out there that you are missing. A lot of people are not on Facebook. Hey, Maggie, a lot of people are not on Facebook, so therefore you're missing out. You have to find whatever your business is, whatever you're doing, you have to find that mass of people, because you have to know what people are looking for. And you can't promote and market to everybody, because what you have may not be what that person needs. I hope this is making sense. You guys, please share this information for me, please. I was on Facebook this week, and I do get a lot of information from Facebook, because that's the thing that people People sleep on Facebook, they sleep on YouTube, Instagram, and all of that. But you get a lot of information because through that, you see other people's interaction, their conversation, and you pick up on it. So Jaquan was somebody, Jaquan Williams is somebody who I had on as a guest before. His business is called, or his page is called The Focal Group. So I was watching it this week, and he was asking the question, what's more important, customer service or reputation? So a lot of times I don't respond to these things, but this time I said, you know what? Let me put my little 2 cents in. So to me, customer service or service period and your reputation goes hand in hand. And the reason why I say that, because if you don't give good customer service, or the service that you are offering is not what somebody wants or needs, it can destroy your reputation. So I was watching something this week, and this guy was in the military, and he was talking about the art of war. And I'm like, wow, this makes a lot of sense. So when I say customer service, reputation, I'm going on to say, in a business world, you can't always be defensive. You have to be offensive always, because somebody's not going to be happy regardless of what's going on. Somebody is not going to be happy. And because you can't make everybody happy, you have to do your best. And doing your best, I mean, you have to have some sort of a scenario for every situation. If this person doesn't want this, if this person doesn't like this, how do I respond to this person? How do I make this person see what it is that I'm offering? Or is this really what this person needs? A lot of times in businesses, people realize that you have to apologize. And people don't like to apologize to people. But I say it's okay to apologize, because if you're doing something and it's not correct, apologize. If somebody wants you to do something and you don't know how to do it, don't be afraid to say, you know what? I'm sorry, I don't know how to do this, but I'll get back to you. You know what I'm saying? Apologies goes a long way. Apology goes, it can make you lose somebody that's interested in what you have, or it can bring somebody in. And the reason why I say that is, if you apologize to somebody for something, say they wanted to buy something from you, or the service that they received from somebody in your business, which represents you, it wasn't the way that they wanted it to be. Okay, you have to be able to apologize to that person genuinely. I know people say the customer is always right. It doesn't matter. It's your business. So you have to make that customer right. I'm saying this because if you continue to okay, the customer is not right, where is your business going to be? You have to be genuine. You have to apologize. Even if you don't, you have to mean it, but apologize. And the reason why I'm saying this is because, say this person decides, you know what, I'm just not going to deal with you at all. But if you apologize, you take responsibility, you take ownership for whatever the situation is, and you try to take this and turn it into something positive to help to figure out what this person wants. Who knows? They may not want to deal with you now, but later on, they will come back and they may want to deal with you, or they may just refer somebody else to you. So these are some of the things right here that people have to know about when they're doing business. Just because you apologize doesn't make it seem like you're wrong. It doesn't mean that you are weak, but it's protecting your brand. I think Jaquan was the one that said that if something bad goes on, it runs like wildflower. Everybody's quick to tell that. But if something good happens, nobody wants to talk about it. So before that bad news goes out, why don't you spin it around, put your own spin on it, and make it correct? And then you can say, you know what? I helped somebody. This person may not have a need today, but who's to say tomorrow this person is not going to have a need? Be transparent. Whatever you say, mean what you say. Don't have a person sitting back thinking or wondering what it was that you said or what did you mean. Because if you say to a person, I have something for you, or I'm going to be on at say 8:30, and you're not on at 8:30, that's not a good thing. It destroys your brand, because now a person can't rely on you. They can't depend on you. Your credit is bad because you can't even tell the truth. If you're helping somebody and they're asking you questions and things like that, You have to be able to tell them what's going on, not only to tell them what's going on, but you have to be able to stand by what you say. You can lose a lot of, I'm looking at my phone because this is where my notes are at tonight. You can lose a lot of clients if you're not transparent, because people are good to say, well, you told me this or you told me that. And whether it's right or wrong, you have to remember what it was that you told them, because it's all about your brand. My brand is, I have 2 brands. Hold on, you guys. Okay. Let me put my glasses on. So you guys know what Versus is, right? So Tim is saying Versus, they weren't on time, shaking my head. Okay, Tim, you are 100% right about that. And I was trying to stay out of it, but let me give you my opinion because I'm transparent. If you tell somebody to be someplace at a certain time and they're not there at that certain time, they have no respect for you, your time, or your brand. And that's not a person that you want to deal with. That's not something that you want to mess with at all, period. I'm a person, no matter where I go, I'm always going to be early because anything could happen. You know what I'm saying? I like to get there early. Hey, James, I like to get there early so I have time to get myself set up so I can get my mind and stuff right. If you come in and you're late, you're going to have an attitude, okay? You're going to have an instant attitude and you're going to be rushing and everybody's going to be rushing you and it's not going to be a good thing. And because of this right here, everybody is falling along the wayside. Time is very important. That's James saying hello to everybody. Time is very important. So if you tell somebody, I'm going to meet you at this time so that I can go over your business plan, make sure at that time that you're there. Don't let that person have to look for you or have to call for you, because me, I'm one of those ones. My time is very valuable, and time is one thing that you can't get back. Once it's gone, it's gone. If you tell me that you're going to meet me at a certain time and you're not there, hey, Kay said that time is very important. If you tell me that you're going to meet me at a certain time and you're not there, I may wait 5, 10, maybe even 15 minutes. But after that, I'm going to be gone. Because if you can't be there on time, this tells me you have no respect for what you're doing, and you definitely don't have any respect for my brand. And for me to sit there and wait on somebody, that means that my brand is going to be falling by the wayside, because now I'm trying to accommodate somebody else instead of building my brand. Time is very important. Thank you for that, Tim, because it's very important. You have to know your market. You have to know what age group that you're going after. You can't just run to anybody and say, listen, this is what I'm doing, so this is what I want you to, this is what I want you to adhere to. No. Maggie said the saying is time is money. Time is definitely money, because you know when you rent studio time or anything, if you're not there on time, you still got to pay that money. Your brand is very important. I'm just throwing these things up here, you guys. James says your time is more important than money, and he's 100% right. Money you can get back. Time you can never get back. I see like I'm talking a little fast. So know your market and target those people. I know like different conversations and stuff that I have. I know that sometimes it gets like really, really deep. So because of how it goes, somebody that's like, let's say 15 or 16 years old, I wouldn't be trying to target that person. I would be trying to target somebody, me personally, probably over 20. That's for my BTI show, somebody probably over 20. If I was doing Divaville, it may be somebody younger than 20, but it depends upon the conversation that I'm having. Thank you, Jaquan. It depends upon the conversation that I'm having, because everybody is not going to listen to everything. Everybody is not going to buy everything. So you have to, know what you're doing. Perfect example. When the show started, I said that my sponsor tonight was the Gemini Effect. See this right here? She did this for me. This is what Kayla did for me. And I love this. You know what I'm saying? But she also knows she has to target her audience. She knows exactly who to put this with. Because when I first saw it, I had to ask what it was. They said it's a rolling tray. I said, okay. But with me, she gave it to me as a gift because I interviewed her. But somebody else, she knows who she's targeting for this right here. I'm not her target for it, but I like it, and I have it, and I just have it as a decoration. But it goes back to targeting your audience. You have to know exactly who it is that you want to see this right here. She said, I'm so happy that you love your item. Kayla, I love it all. And again, it comes down to knowing who to put your stuff with. Hold on, you guys. Let me go right here. Right here. Okay. Follow up. A lot of people mess up on things because they don't know what the word follow up means. If you're dealing with somebody, you're having a conversation, you're working with them, and you say to them, I'm going to call you back in X amount of time, that's what you do. Follow up is very important. If you are not a person that know how to follow up, then you need to get someone that can follow up. I'm sorry, you guys. Kayla said each tray can be used for multiple purposes, rolling trays, jewelry holder, change holder, and accessories. So you guys can reach out to my girl, Kayla. What I would say, follow up is very important because if I say to you, okay, we had a meeting and I want to follow up with you, let's say Monday, but when you follow up, you make sure that you have to do a specific date and a specific time, and you confirm to make sure that that time is okay. If you say that you're going to follow up with that person at 10 o'clock, you make sure that you're on the phone with that person or you're face-to-face with that person, ever how you set it up, so that you can follow up. Follow up is very important because follow up something, it can make a difference between making a deal go through and to make a deal not go through. If you say to me, okay, I want to come on your show. Okay, you can come on my show. The show starts at 8:30, but this is what we have to do before the show starts. Boom, that's it. I'm going to follow up with you to make sure that we're on the same page. Because if I don't follow up and we're not on the same page at the end, it makes me look bad. It makes my brand look bad because why? I didn't follow up. I didn't pay attention to what was going on. I dropped the ball. These are different things right here in businesses that people don't take serious until they no longer have a business. Then when they no longer have a business, then they're sitting back wondering, but damn, what happened? I mean, why is it this is not working? It's because all these different things go together. People think, right, just because you got a business that you don't have to do anything else. Okay, I got a business, so I can just sit back there and I can chill. No, it ain't no chilling, because now this is when the work begins right here. The thing about having your own business, if you don't work, you don't eat. You know what I'm saying? You can't say, well, you know what? Somebody's going to send me a check. I know regardless. No, if you don't work, you don't eat. If you're not consistent, if you're not promoting, if you're not marketing your brand, nobody's going to know about it. And if nobody knows about your business, how can you say that you have a business? It's like they say, if a tree falls in the forest and there's no one there to hear it, what noise does it make? If you have a business and nobody knows about it, what's going on with that business? There's nothing going on with that business. Let me see. Don't make a promise that you can't keep. If you tell someone that you're going to do something, do it. And if for some reason something happens and you're not able to keep up with that promise, let that person know. It's people have a problem saying, you know what, I can't do. You got to stop that, because you know what? It takes a lot of character for a person to admit when it's something that they can't do. But this is the thing about it. If you say to them, say somebody wants to buy a house, okay? You tell them, I can't get you this particular house, or you know what? I'm not sure about this, but give me a couple of days. I'll call you back Wednesday at 2 o'clock and I'll have this information that you need. Don't just make people promises and stuff and know that you're not going to be able to do it, because again, your brand is like your name. When people hear about your brand or people hear about you, how do they respond? I think like the most exciting thing to me is when I first started with Divaville and I came up with my tagline, my thoughts, right? And now people, when they see me, people walk up to me now and they say it. Yeah, my mind, my thought. You know how that makes me feel, because it's telling me, you know what? You're doing something right, because somebody knows your brand. Somebody knows exactly who you are. During I think it was during the holidays, I had my Divaville bags and I took them to the corner store, because, you know, they got this thing, right? And they were like, if you don't have a bag, you got to pay for a bag. So I said to myself, how do I capitalize on this? I have bags. I took my bags to the store, gave them to the guy in the store, right? And I said to him, as they come in with their stuff, don't give them that bag you got over there. Don't charge them for the bags. Give them my bag. What did I do? So now my bag is sitting in the store. People who have the bag, everybody's walking around with the bag. Why? Because the bag is reusable. The bag is washable. The bag is waterproof. But nobody wants to pay 5 cents or 10 cents for a bag. But now they have this bag, and it killed 2 birds with 1 stone. And not only that, the guy from the corner store, before he gives them the bag, he tells them about the YouTube station and about what I'm doing. He tells them, in order for you to get this bag, you have to give me your phone and subscribe to YouTube. How cool is that? You know what I'm saying? It's, you have to know your people. You have to know what people need. And those bags are now all in the neighborhood. I was in this store the other day. Somebody said, I know you. Yeah, I watch your show. Yeah, Divaville. Exactly. You have to know who you're marketing to. And you have to be sincere about it. You have to humble yourself. You have to thank people, you know, for supporting you. And that's another thing. People feel that once they get into a certain position, they feel that they are here and everybody else is here. You better humble yourself, because you know what? There's a saying. You're going to meet them same people on your way down. You best believe it. Because the same people who put you up here could be the same people to bring you right back down here. And this is the thing that people forget. People forget that you weren't always successful. You weren't always where you are now. You didn't always have a business. You didn't have a brand. And like I said before, it takes 1 or 2 people to say something bad about your brand, and everybody is like, oh, you know what? Don't touch this person because this person does that. Don't touch that person because this person does that. No, you have to protect your brand. Let me see. I'm going to make sure that I got everything up here. I think my last thing that I have up here is probably what I just said. People think that they don't need other people. I'm here to tell you that's a lie. Why do you need other people? No matter how famous you are, no matter how successful you are, you will need somebody else, because without fans, without customers, without, as thank you, Monique, the dope marketing and community support. Thank you, Monique. Without fans, without customers, you're not gonna have a business. And the more bad reviews that you get, the more people talk about disliking your business, you're not going to have a business. If you're not consistent, if you're not marketing, if you're not on time, get yourself a website. You know what I'm saying? If you said that you have a business, get yourself a business account. You know what I'm saying? You can start off small. If it's just you, get a sole prop. You know what I'm saying? Because it costs a little money to, you know, go and register these businesses and everything. But listen, there's a way for everything, because you waste money all the time on stuff all the time. So invest money into yourself. You could do a sole prop, and with your sole prop, you could just use your own tax identification number. You don't even have to go through all of that, but you need a business account. Don't tell me you got a business and then when I get ready to pay you, you say, oh, just make the check out to me. Not going to happen. You got to know exactly what you're doing. You have to make people know exactly who you are and what you represent. Like I said, you guys see, I'm always posting my stuff. You see me on the site. Look, this is what I be doing right here. See this right here? And this right here, you can go to demarca.bandcamp.com. You can get this right here. I got so much stuff. You see this right here? I don't want to take it out of the thing, but you see how it goes, right? You have to promote. You have to have it out there so people can see it. This right here, this is the bag right here. This is the bag that everybody in the neighborhood is walking around with. You have to know your surroundings. See this right here? This right here is my support. Make sure everybody can see it. This is my support for cancer survivors. My mom she wasn't a survivor, but she had cancer. But this right here, see what I'm saying? You have to put all of your stuff out there so people know. I have people in the neighborhood that's walking around with this. Get it so everybody can see it. It makes me feel so good when I just go on Facebook and I see my items and stuff is on Facebook because people are actually supporting me. You know what I'm saying? Maggie says, when I met you years ago, I remember you being shot. No, Maggie, not shy, because you know what? A closed mouth don't get fed. My brand that I have, I want to build it to make it a lot bigger than what it is. I want to support the master people. I don't just post on Facebook. I do post Facebook. I post social, what you call that thing? YouTube. I post on Instagram. That Twitter and stuff, I can't really get with that Twitter and stuff, but I do that. I do word of mouth. I do referrals, and I'm very consistent, and I'm grateful. Anybody that I interview, you can rest assured once the interview is over, I'm going to come back, and I'm going to thank you for being a part of my show. Why? Because you didn't even have to do it. This is football season. I know people probably want to be sitting back watching football instead of sitting here watching me, but I'm grateful. I'm humble, and I thank you for coming in to watch me and everything. If you don't remember anything else that I said tonight, remember this right here. Promotion, marketing, and being consistent. You know what I'm saying? Make up your mind. Do you have a hobby or do you have a business? If it's a hobby, you're not going nowhere, because with hobbies, you're not consistent. If you tell somebody, I'm gonna host a show, you make sure that you host that show. If you say your show is going to start at a certain time, you make sure that you start at that certain time, because time is important. Time is one thing that you can't get back. And I'm going to leave you with this. You don't always have to be on the defense. Think about the offense. Sit down and you do this right here for yourself. You sit down and you think of different situations why somebody would reject whatever it is that you're doing. And when you sit down and you figure out all these different reasons why they would reject it, and then you sit down and you say to yourself, what can I do to counter whatever their rejection is? You know what I'm saying? Monique said, you gave me my first interview and I appreciate you for that. Monique, thank you very much. And I have to say this. I did give Monique her first interview, and I did her second interview. Monique got a book out. And with the book that Monique is doing, I think she has a second one coming out too. But because of this, she's doing a documentary on her book and her journey and everything. And because I was the one that did that interview, the first two, now in her documentary, she's already asked me to be a part of the documentary, to come in so somebody could video me interviewing people for her documentary. How cool is that? How cool is that? Because again, follow-up, consistency, marketing, promotion. If nobody knows anything about you, believe me, you will always be a business that is unknown. I'm going to end this now because my time is up, but I think that I gave you guys a lot of good information, and I think you guys just really need to sit down and think about it. So if you want to start a business, I think that what you need to do is figure out exactly what it is that you want to do. If you want to do it part-time or as a hobby, I would suggest that you not do it. If you're going to make it as a business, you can start out, like I said, as a sole prop. But then once you do that and things start to picking up, move over to an LLC. And I'm going to tell you why in a minute. You don't have to start. Thank you, Kay. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. You don't have to start out as a sole prop. You can start out as an LLC. And the reason why I'm going to give you this right here, the LLC is like a separate entity, which means with your business, if something happens, they can sue or attach themselves to your business, but they can't attach themselves to your personal. Not only that, if you have an LLC and you have to file taxes, don't say you got a business and you're not filing taxes. Don't even do it, because if you're not filing taxes, it's a hobby. Okay. The thing about it if you have an LLC and you are still working a regular 9 to 5, you can combine your taxes when you do it, and then you get a deduction within your LLC. What that deduction is, whatever you lost or whatever is going on, you don't have to worry about it. It's going to put you in a lower tax bracket. And this is things that you need to think about. So do you want to have a business or do you want to have a hobby? Be consistent. Market to masses of people. Don't just do Facebook, because Facebook is limited. And if your page is private, only people that you marketing to is your everyday people. You want to make it public so everybody can see it. I'm going to leave you with that. If anybody wants any more information, they want to talk to me, feel free, because I just felt like today that was information that I needed to get out. I know that I was advertising or promoting for a different show tonight, but hey, I led to come to this right here, and I feel that this information that I gave out, somebody needed to hear it. Be on time, be consistent, promote, marketing, be transparent. Make sure you're doing exactly what you want to do. Don't lie. Let everybody know what your brand is, because your brand represents you. Thank you guys for coming in, and I will get with you guys again next week. Love you all. Take care.